come into this program and they're a part of even just being in class, how they're making sure that they're secure while they're in the class, or just training under the program. And I just think that's just so wonderful, where you can really say, I care enough about the children that we want to make sure that they're protected and they care for.
Right. We have a caller. Let's. Hi, you're on the air.
Oh, yeah, I just had to call back. And I am so thankful that they will be returning the Davidson Aerospace Technology High School airframes and power plant classes back to the airport where the schools can function properly as per the FAA standards and requirements. They're also restoring the avionics education courses back to its curriculum, and the benefits return to our community working together. Our NASA and the aerospace, the automobile industry, the community gets more highly skilled vocational technology jobs with careers that includes, acceptable wages. I'm just happy they're returning this because I, for the life of me, don't understand why they would take it away from the children in the first place. But thank goodness for the Lawrence Milburn and Beverly Kendall Walker and all the other colonels and people that are involved with this fought very hard to bring this back to our students in Detroit.
Yes.
Did you have a student?
It was a travesty for them to take it away in the first place. And I was just, kind of like venting right now, but I'm just happy that the outcome is that they are bringing it back.
Yes.
All the programs are coming back, and if anybody needs phone numbers, they can get in touch with Beverly Kendall Walker at 313-618-9749. And Lawrence Milburn, Alfonso King, I have all those numbers. And
Listen.
I just wanted to add that thank goodness, thank God, thank the universe, that they're going to give these kids back what they deserve, a heads up.
Did you have an opportunity to have someone in one of those programs, or were you involved in those programs?
No, I go to community meetings, and this has been on the fight to get this Aero Davidson back in place, as it should have never been taken away. And I'm like I said, I thank the universe and the hard workers that fought to get this back for our Detroit students to have, like I said, their bootstrings and opportunity and the evil level playing to compete and participate. Thank you again for taking my call. I'm just kind of venting a little bit, but
No,
I'm just
that's
happy
okay.
that
That's
there
all
is
right.
a
We
victory.
appreciate you calling in. Thank you
And
so
sharing
much.
the contact
And
information.
do me a favor. Give us that phone number one more time.
Oh, Beverly Kendall Walker, it's 313-618-9749.
Well, thank you so much, caller.
Thank you.
You have a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad that caller just called in. I've been working. I met Beverly Kendall Walker several months ago, and through her got to meet several of the Tuskegee Airmen, members of Civil Air Patrol, Black Pilots Association. She's very committed to doing community activism and making sure that
Wonderful.
the resources
Yes.
that have been there, the gym of City Airport, and I have a lot of family in the Chicago area. I lived there for one summer doing an internship program in college, and then I've flown there on business from City Airport in the past to a Chicago Midway Airport. So the
Right.
benefit of having a airport in the city of Detroit and then being able to train our youth on site there. The Civil Air Patrol owns a building and they share it. The Black Pilots Association is there at City Airport.
Yes, that's great.
As well as Tuskegee Airmen. They have a hangar and provide programming and be able to work with them to promote aviation. Those things exist because of volunteers, like the caller mentioned, and we are grateful to have people that are concerned about our youth and
Yes.
will fight and will work with the schools, the middle schools
Yes.
and the high schools, and work with the city to try to help open more doors and keep doors open. And so
Absolutely.
that is great.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And you notice our caller said she goes to community events. This is very important to go to these community events and find
Yes.
out what's going on in your city. Find out what's happening here and what you can get involved in or what you can have your children or your grandchildren be a part of.
That is
Thank you
correct.
so much, caller. That was valuable
Yes.
information.
I love that you said that because, we have so much going on out there that people are not aware. If you can get involved in your community, make sure you attend your school board meetings. They have those. You have city council that you can go to. It's a lot of ways that you can get exposed and find out about career opportunities, not only for yourself, but for your children. And I think that's very important within neighborhoods and communities that we make sure that we put the information out there for you and be the resource that you need in order for your children to have a great, successful career. And I love that exploring. It says that it's a career education. It's career education. They're exposing your children to opportunities that are there for the future, something that we talked about earlier.
Absolutely.
We have opportunities that we don't take advantage of, and if folks will not continue to be active, the whole purpose for our country being founded, the articles in our Constitution and Bill of Rights talk about government for the people and by the people.
Yes.
And it starts on a grassroots level at your local school, at your
Yes.
local precinct, with voting, with being involved, with
Right.
knowing what's going on, knowing who the candidates are. And many years ago, as a young adult voting, in Detroit, I realized I cannot just vote because I've heard a name before. I
Right.
need to find out about the candidate.
That
What
is
does the
right.
candidate believe? I need
That
to
is
read up on the
correct.
issues.
Right.
And so in doing that and raising my children to do that, I now have called and emailed and texted my children, say, okay, what are some of the issues that you've dug into as I prepare to vote that I might have missed? And we look at sources that make recommendations, but so I don't vote for people that I don't know who they are or what
That
they
is
stand
correct.
for. I don't just.
That is
It's
correct.
like, and I believe in voting on each candidate, each issue, and so doing that grassroots active,
Right.
being active in your own community and knowing what's going on in your community, in your city, in your
Yes.
state, and in your country. That's what keeps tyranny from occurring and people doing stuff that are not representing you. And it starts right here where we live in our community. So
Yes,
Absolutely.
that is
Yeah.
correct.
I would like Detroit to be known as the city that's aware of what's going on, the city that's smart. I want us to be the smart city.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. City has quite a bit of going on. So again, can you repeat? I see you have a list here of all the programs that Exploring is working with, and can you provide contact information for them?
Okay. Actually, for individuals who want information, let me talk about the career areas. We have actually career clusters. So we have about 12 areas, but we can provide career exposure programs wherever we have enough youth who are interested in an area and we have a partner, either a government agency or a corporation or a business or a nonprofit organization or even a college, and we have about, like I said, we'll have about 26, 27 programs this fall with Wayne State, where they
Wow.
partner with us. We're, through their C2 pipeline program, those students are explorers. They're learning about careers. They're learning about college. They get
27.
opportunity
Wow.
to learn. And so in 27 different high schools this fall, but we have programs in the arts and humanities. We have programs in aviation. We have programs in business. We have programs in communications, in engineering, fire emergency services, law and government, law enforcement, medical and health careers, science, skilled trades, social services, and then we cover a wide variety of other areas: conservation, computers, music, rescue, radio, TV, architecture, photography, and journalism. Now, we don't necessarily have a program in every part of all the 3 counties in those areas,
Right.
but where we don't have a program, if we have enough youth, if we have 5 to 10 youth, and we'll start with a handful of youth, and we have a program partner. So what people can do is say, hey, are there enough youth that are interested in the science in my neighborhood, and where can we all get to, or an organization that will sponsor a program? And we'll work with a group of folks at a school or in a community to start a program. If we've got 5 or 10 youth, and we'd like to have 10, people lose interest, people move and other things. So if we get 5, 10 or 10, 15 youth, we can start a program in any of those areas, but we have programs all throughout the Tri-County area. In particular, we have resources that are underutilized, and in working with Beverly Kendall Walker and meeting through her members of the Civil Air Patrol, meeting Tuskegee Airmen there, and working at the airport, city airport, I met so many people who are part of 2 or 3 of those organizations simultaneously. There are many veterans who are involved, many former pilots or current pilots. There's a man who's about 90 years old who is actually one of the living legends who was a Tuskegee Airman, and he
Wow,
was
that's
retired as a
wonderful.
colonel. I believe he was a captain when he was actually in the Air Force back in the 40s. But there are a number of people, members of the Montforest Marines, the commandant met him, and there's several people that are there who want to pass on this knowledge and this history and to help motivate young people to be their best. They don't have to be pilots. They don't have to be airplane mechanics, but getting that exposure and being around them. They may go on to become a scientist or famous, heart surgeon or lawyer or teacher,
Yes.
educator, professor,
Yes.
skilled tradesperson, any noble career that provides a valuable service, building planes, building buses, designing, or being an entrepreneur. But if you get exposure to the right people and the right type of mentors who have undergone challenges and overcome, and they want to pass that legacy on, those people are available in and around Detroit.
Wow.
And we as parents, we who are parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever role we are in, friends in the community, we
That
need
is
to
correct.
continue to let folks know about those resources.
Well, it sounds like our students are going to be surrounded by greatness, and I for
Yes,
one,
it
think
is.
that we can't get enough greatness for
No.
our young people.
Absolutely.
Because this is how they build their confidence. This is how they become the entrepreneurs or the great doctors or lawyers or even auto mechanics, whatever they want to be. This
Have
is
that
how they become
successful
that.
career, yes.
Very successful. Give us all those phone numbers again
Okay.
and information.
And how the community can
Yes,
get
and-
involved,
Okay.
and how they can
Yeah.
connect with you guys.
For those who are interested in starting explorer programs or perhaps finding a program for their youth, they can actually call me directly, business hours 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, at 313-897-1965. And again, that's 313 area code 897-1965. They can also look up our program and find out what we do nationally through going to www.exploring, exploring.org. And I'll repeat that again, exploring, www.exploring.org, exploring.org. And they can find, who we are, our history. You'll see that this is our 70th anniversary as a program. It started initially as an older boy program, and around 69 to 71 is when we branched out, became co-ed, and we weren't just doing high adventure stuff in the outdoors. We took on a co-educational for females and male career vocational education approach to working with youth and helping them prepare for their future.
And so will that be the same number that if they decide as a company or a school that they can contact in order to connect with you guys? And what if they wanted to make a donation towards Exploring program?
They could call that number. They could also they call me directly at that number, 313-897-1965. They could also email and express interest, and we can provide information. Email address is John, JOHNW, .Fort, F-O-R-T, at SCOUTING.org. And the email address for me, again, directly is John W. Fort, JOHNW, .F-O-R-T, at SCOUTING.org.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Once again, I just wanted to tell you that we're on WHPR TV 33 in Highland Park and Comcast 20. I also have some call-in numbers here. That's 313-868-0342 and 313-868-0351. And we're here with Melody McGee and Mr. John Fort. And I want to have Melody give us some information now about what's happening in Detroit and what's coming up, and then we're going to have some closing remarks.
Hello, everyone. So I wanted to make sure that I share some information with you for our upcoming events that we know of, and I'm sure Prudence in the future will be telling you about her program coming up, our new program that she's going to have, and on that program we'll be able to share you about different career fairs and different events that's going around in our community. Now we have one in which the Exploring program also participate in most
Right,
of our
this
career
is-
fairs. We have one coming up on September the 27th, and it's going to be given by Little Rock, a Baptist church with Reverend Holly.
Yes.
And it's the Wayne County Community College District Job Fair and Skill Expo. It's the greatest employment event in Metro Detroit. We usually have about 500 to 1,000 people
Absolutely.
that participate in this event. We bring about 17 skilled trades that will be there, and they're going to be hands-on this
Yes,
time, right?
it's going to be
Prudence?
hands-on. We're going to have a large tent outside, and we're going to have the bricklayers there, and we're going to have simulators, and we're going to have electrical. It's going to be very exciting for the youth who are coming, because we're going to have the
Yes.
high schools as well as the community people. And all the church partners that Reverend Holly is involved with, we will have people come from their groups. So
Yes, that's
it'll
gonna
be
be the-
exciting.
Yep, it's going to be on the fourth Friday of September, Friday,
Yes,
September 27th,
yes.
at Considine Little Rock Recreation Center on Woodward, 8904 Woodward Avenue. So
Right.
From
get that
9
down.
a.m. to 3 p.m.
And we'll be serving you a nice lunch, and we want everyone to understand that this is a great opportunity for you to meet people. Melody, tell us who you're going to be bringing on board.
Well, I'm going to be bringing several companies. One of the great ideas that Reverend Holly had, and I think was great, he says, Melody, I want to bring companies that will do direct hiring, that will hire on the spot. And so I went out and made sure that I done my research and asked the companies, will you be able to hire right there on the spot? And we have had people, some
Absolutely.
successful companies that said, yeah, we'll hire them on the spot. And last year, we had a few people that were hired right then and there
Absolutely.
on the spot. So we're bringing all companies, as many as possible. We're working on getting FCA approved, which is Chrysler. We're trying to get them there.
Right.
We have IT. We have all the careers that we talked about. Manufacturing is going to be
Absolutely.
there. We have a company by the name of PDW, which is the Performance Driving
Tell them a little bit about
Workforce.
PDW.
They are a company that test drive vehicles, new vehicles, located in the city of Warren, and they're also people that hire right there on the spot. There is a test that's required, but they allow you to go right there online to complete that test in order for you to get hired right there on the spot. And these are jobs that pay above minimum wage. When we
Absolutely.
talk about a livable wage, that's what we decided to bring. And so I went out there and I've done my research, and I kind of hunt the employers down and said, we need you to participate in this career. As you know, Little Rock is in the heart of the city of Detroit, right there on Woodward. And so we have plenty of people in that area who are in need of employment. Not only employment, but job training and development. We have offered training as far as resume review and training in the past, and we will continue to do so and do whatever it takes to make sure that we train, develop, and get people in the jobs that they need. So we ask that you please make sure that you tell everybody you know that we are having a job fair and skilled expo on September the 27th, Friday, from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. We also have one coming up for all of DPS and outside suburban schools also at Greater Grace, and that will be on the 7th and 8th of November. the 7th and 8th of November. On the 7th, it will be all day and all night. We'll have one for at night for those who are seeking employment as well as getting into a career opportunity as far as education and
Right.
college and certificates.
Right. The night program will be on the first evening, and it's a lot of times we have a lot of parents and grandparents who just come to get information from colleges and from the skilled trades to find out what options they have for their children. And this is a great opportunity for parents and grandparents to come there and talk to each individual person that's there about their student or their child and helping them get an education.
And make one point. You know, the job fair will have a variety of career areas represented, but something about the skilled trades and having a trade under your belt that you can start sometimes at 16 or 17, getting exposure, depending on
Yes.
what it is, and that includes cosmetology or
Right.
barbering, things like that. But there are several people around Detroit who are licensed plumbers before they got their law degree. And I think of one of the partners at Miller Canfield. I think of the Wayne County
Mr. Eric
treasurer,
Sabri,
Eric
yes.
Sabri. You know, he was a licensed plumber, journeyman plumber,
That's
and
right.
finished college and then went to law school and had that background. One of the last time I was here, there's several people, cosmetology background, and so they put themselves through school with a career and a trade, but then they've also gone to college or
Yes.
grad school, law school.
Yes.
And so there are a lot of people who, they're thinking about money for college and all those
Absolutely.
things. If you don't get scholarships, they can actually work their way with a trade under
That's
their
right.
belt.
That is
and so
correct.
there are options that everyone needs to consider. So, and a
Yeah.
lot of people have that, but people don't know. People
Remember,
like Bree, and actually your guest who was here, Laura Kopech.
Oh,
She got a
yes.
cosmetology degree. She
That's
grew
right.
up Southwest Detroit, and Dad pushed her, and she had this so she could do hair for herself, for her friends, family, do it professionally. But then she finished, college, and then went to law school, and is doing the
Right.
great things that she's doing in the community to help people prepare for careers as well.
and Laura, who is a great friend of mine, also, Laura still maintains that cosmetology license because her father once told her, "You never know. This is something that you can always fall back on."
And you can she can buy products, hair care products at a
Absolutely.
discount, and go into the
Yeah, I
beauty
gotta
barber
talk to her
supplies.
about
So there's options, and people need to be aware of options
Absolutely.
and opportunities, and say, "Oh, it's only college." No, it can be college, community college, or work and a trade, and you can go to college at the same time. There's benefits.
And look at Adrienne Bennett. Ms. Adrienne Bennett started out her career as a plumbing apprentice. She got her journeyman, and then she went on to become a master plumber. She was the only woman master plumber in the United States for many, many years. And now she owns Ben Kari Mechanical. She's got her own company, but many years. I mean, this is something women can do. Just so you know this, everything we're advocating here is for women. It's for returning citizens. It's for returning veterans. It's for African Americans. It's for Hispanic people. It's for all people.
All people.
All people.
Include all. That is correct. So I love what it says here. We've got jobs, we got skills, we've got you.
That's
And,
right.
and that's what it's all about. It's what the Exploring program is all about. It exposes you to what's out there. It allows you to make that connection to a lifelong career.
That's right.
A lifelong career here. We're not talking about something that's just short term. We're really telling you about the top 20 jobs that's
Right.
going to be in the future for the next 30 years.
That's right.
That's what I love about it.
And something I've learned by going out to the trades and the union halls and talking to some of the leaders, some of the things that we seek to implement in our program, there's 5 areas of emphasis. One is career opportunities, and we've
Right.
talked a lot about that in Exploring. We haven't talked much about the leadership experience because they elect post officers, and so youth get the opportunity to lead and say, these are some of the extra things
Very
we want to do,
important.
community
Yes.
service, but life skills, including conflict resolution and problem solving and relationship skills. And then fourth is citizenship, learning the democratic process, respect for others, voting, within the program. And then character education, ethical decision making. And at one of the trades, one of the leaders who was talking to our explorers and those in the program said, when you sign off that you have completed and you've looked at the diagram and things are up to code, when your name goes on that, there's people's lives that are depending on that.
Absolutely.
And you can lose your job. You can actually go to jail. And so learning about being honest and having character when you
Yes.
sign your name to something that you've inspected, or that this plumbing is up to code, this electrical wiring is up to code, this building, we've done it to specifications. You don't just sign anything. You know, it represents you, your character, and many
Yes.
times people's lives are on the line. And sometimes
right.
millions of dollars or billions of dollars can be tied to someone not doing their job well. So it's
right.
the importance of doing a job well and having character, and we want to see those things happen and people coming forward
And if you
growing.
learn to be a good leader, you learn that's how you can start your own business.
That's right.
Absolutely.
A great
Leadership.
entrepreneur.
Right, leadership. And you know, going back to the Boy Scouts program, they teach leadership. I think teaching leadership and teaching confidence.
Yes.
I go to all the schools, all the high schools, and I talk to a lot of students, and I talk to groups, and the confidence level isn't there. They need to have confidence. You have to be confident in order to go forward in life. You have to
Yes.
be confident to build a family, to build a relationship. And that's one thing I like about the Boy Scouts program. They teach leadership and confidence.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And so we do that at our younger programs, and we do that with our older programs. You know, we're trying to prepare people to be the best person that they can be, the best man or woman in adulthood, the best parent, the best grandparent, the best productive citizen in whatever career, being the best, examining where they are, finding out what skills they need to get to pursue their dreams, and then putting what their parents and then leaders in the community, school teachers, people who are advisors in programs with businesses, government agencies, and reaching their potential through that.
Okay. So, John, I want to say this again. If you are a person that says, I want to keep this program going, I know it's been over 50 years that you've been doing this, but it takes.
Not that I've been doing it,
Yes,
but
that,
our organization.
that the
I haven't been doing it
organization.
50. I'm not that old
That-
yet, but-
yes, yes.
Well, we had Takesha on last hour. She said you could be 200.
Yeah, you could be 200.
Yeah, you-
So,
go ahead.
So the program itself has been around over 70 years. in my
70 years
careers.
and 50 in its current state as a co-educational program.
Yes, and
Okay.
in order to keep this program, it takes time and it takes money. And so those that want this program to continue and be even more successful than what it's been doing, how can they get in contact with you? I know you've been saying it on and on and on, but as me and Prudence keep repeating, we want to make sure that everyone hear the
Right.
information and share the information. So
Give it
if
to
you
us
can
again.
tell us again.
Those that want to be a friend of Exploring and support the program, help a program get established, give money, and any amount can help the program, can help pay for youth to be involved. They can email me, johnw.ford at scouting.org. They can call me directly, 313-897-1965. If they want to do snail mail, our address is 1776, the founding of our country, 1776 West Warren,
Wow.
Detroit,
Wow, yeah, that's
48211. So those are ways they can get in contact. and
Are you on
support.
social media?
We do have a Facebook page for Exploring, so they can Facebook Exploring Detroit, and find out as well
Okay.
more information. That's a new aspect of utilizing social media, but we're there.
Yeah, a great one. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Anything else you want to tell us about
Yep.
Exploring?
John, anything you want. You have a couple more minutes, and we're going to go and talk a little bit about what's going on. We got about
Well,
3 minutes left. So,
Yeah, well,
okay.
well, because of you, Prudence, and your invitation, starting to work with Dr. Jim Holly, Reverend Dr. Jim Holly from Little Rock, it's caused me to appreciate how much, and I've done a lot of reading in the last several months of, folks who are active, trying to make a difference in the community and providing resources, education. He's made several efforts in the last few years to help open up schools for culinary arts, open up cosmetology, barbering, and wanting to bring things right here into Detroit and
Universities,
put
yes.
it in the hands of youth, because everybody, and he said, everybody's not going to go to college.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
Everybody should have opportunity to find a career, whether it's going directly. I'm working with the Third Circuit Court
Oh, great.
to start law and government exposure program.
that's
And
wonderful.
people can work for the courts. And people often think of judges, bailiffs, deputies, but there are people behind the scenes who have regular jobs, and they start at age 18, or you don't have to have a degree, and so the courts hire all kinds of people, and we want to have that knowledge. When you look at a government agency, there are people, certainly lawyers who work there, there's certainly judges, but there probably, for every lawyer or judge, is probably 100 other people in a support role, and so those type of jobs are available for young people to be aware of and apply for. But again, they want to make sure you're working for the court, you don't have a felony conviction, so staying out of trouble. But there's all kinds of opportunities that are out there.
Thank
Well,
you so much, John.
Yeah, we thank you so much for coming on. And I want to close by saying thank you to WHPR TV 33
Yes.
for allowing us in their home today. And a special thank you to Reverend Dr. Jim Holly, who, without him, we wouldn't be able to do this program. And
is
without
correct.
his ministry and how he is with his people, I truly believe that he's making a difference.
Yes, he is.
And I'm very happy to be part of the things that are going on in the community. I'm very excited about the city of Detroit. I was born and raised in Detroit. I love it.
So was I, and
I
John.
think we all were, and I
Detroit
think
Public High School students,
yes,
former
Mhm.
alumni.
Finney High School. So you know,
Mackenzie High
that's
School.
right. So we know about Detroit. And I also want to give a special shout out before we end today to Tyrone Winfrey, who I usually have done this program with in the past. And Tyrone talks a lot about education and
Yes.
higher education. And I just want to say that he can't be here today, but he talks about getting our youth educated.
Yes.
And starting at the little first grade level, even before that. And it's very important for all of you out there to understand that we need to get our young people educated and get them to go on to further their college degrees or their construction degrees. And that's very important. Melody, you're a product of that. John, you're a product of that. So am I. And we need to make sure that we take care of our young people.
Yes. Yes. And you know what I want to say also is that we talk about so many things when you're talking about marketing on the radio as well as television. We could be talking about crime. We can be talking about drug abuse and all those type of things. But the bottom line is, if you really want to change things, you have to educate them.
That's right.
You have to start by educating them, and you have to explore them. You have to
That's
allow them
right.
opportunity to explore and be exposed. And this is a great opportunity. That's what I love about this program, Prudence, is that we are exposing them.
That's right.
And we're telling the community that there's all type of opportunities
Get
that are out there for them,
engaged.
for your young people to be exposed.
Well, we really thank you very much. We are so thankful that we had Takesha on, and we're very thankful that we had John on. So hopefully you'll be seeing us again soon. Thank you so much for joining in today.
And
Thank you.
Honored to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Say a little prayer for you, and I will always care for you. Hello, Detroit.
To be able to meet people from different countries enriches our lives.
Wayne County gave me so much, my degree, who I am.
The college supports you to grow. They have the different campuses. I'm like, I can try this. Maklit Shunga, Ethiopia.
Sandra Gonzalez, Mexico.
Arminalda Carrick, Bosnia.
Javed Khan, Bangladesh. Go to Wayne County. They will find your path and you will know what to do next.
I think Wayne County Community College District is the perfect place for any student.
We are all a big melting pot and sharing different experiences.
Everyone was like really friendly and they're like giving you their time. I know someone here will always be there to support me.
Arminalda Carrick, Bosnia.
Sandra Gonzalez, Mexico.
Minhas Jakia, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
The environment is so friendly. Always feel like home.
We have so much support from the staff. You meet people who are like you.
I always had a passion to help others, so this is the perfect place for me.
Yana Afitu Bichao. Flora Kiwang Cameroon.
Maklit Shonga, Ethiopia.
Javed Khan, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
They give you what you need for the future.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Do you hear me? They demeanors is changing, they all reary. 6 figure in the thug and no security. I don't need a goon, blue hunters gon' secure me. The niggas can't stand me clearly. I had a talk with my auntie, I see it clearly. What you know about a big jumping 160 coupe doing $150 stabbing no $150? How can niggas say they rich and never touch 50? Hope they don't wait until I'm dead to say they up with me. Baby mama gotta eat shit, kids gotta eat. Shout out to the connect, he keep me on my feet. Fresh off the beach, $1,000 shoes on my feet. I'm off the
I think Wayne County Community College District is the perfect place for any student.
We are all a big melting pot and sharing different experiences.
Everyone was really friendly and they're giving you their time. I know someone here will always be there to support me.
Arminalda Carrick, Bosnia.
Sandra González, México.
Minhas Jakia, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.